Hi, this is Sarah.
And this is Rachel.
And this is the Rippah Diaries, a podcast where we rip apart every episode of the Vampire Diaries. Warning, spoilers are potentially ahead.
And in today's episode, we talk about episode 2, The Night of the Comet. In this episode, we have some big events. Damon meets Elena. Vicki is still in the hospital recovering from the animal attack from last episode. Animal attack, vampire attack. And Vicki, of course, has drama with Tyler and Jeremy. And then, of course, they're waiting for the Comet, which is some Mystic Falls festival because they can't go a day without a festival in Mystic Falls.
Every single episode in season 1, I'm pretty sure, has a festival,
Founders
a dance,
Day, the Comet,
party.
a dance, yeah. Everything.
Which, to be fair, we are from a small town, and,
yes,
you do have to find things for yourself to do.
Yes.
So
you have to
relate
make
to
your own
that.
excitement.
But we did not do it at that level. It was
No.
once a month, maybe.
Yeah. No, every day they're having an event in Mystic Falls.
Literally. Which, we're finally in actual Mystic
Thank God.
Falls.
Thank God.
Yeah, now they're
In the
filming.
Salvatore house.
Yes, now they're filming in Covington, Georgia. That's where the show was actually filmed, in Atlanta. And we have the Salvatore house. We have the Mystic Grill.
Everything.
We have the clock tower in the town square.
Oh,
the second it cut to
yeah.
that, the clock tower was like,
We're home.
finally.
Yeah.
Literally, I love that town that they film in. I know a
It's
couple
so
other shows
beautiful.
have filmed there, but to me it'll always be Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
It'll always be Mystic Falls.
Oh, for sure. Actually, I don't think I know another episode or another show that it's in.
I think I've heard Supernatural, maybe.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think any of the others were notable. It wasn't
Yeah.
set there. It was just they
Right.
filmed a thing there.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's Mystic Falls.
Yeah, I love it. It looks so good. Everything. I mean, it's predictable for a pilot that things just don't look the same caliber. But everything was amped up. The Salvatore house, the school. I love all of it. It's so
it all
good.
looks so good. It was so good.
And I think it kind of makes this episode, in a weird way, feel like the real first episode of the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is kind of weird because we'll get into this, but this episode is not that notable of an episode.
Nothing too out there happens.
Because it kind of feels in the way that the pilot is. It's just an extension of here's who the people are and here's what's going on.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
a lot of characters we don't get a lot of in the first episode, namely Jenna and Damon, and we get a lot of them in this episode.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like they're just continuing the introductions, the setups, this is where we are, this is what's going on.
Yeah, it's a good episode for the B plot characters. I feel like Matt gets a lot, Vicki gets a lot.
Yes.
Damon's not a B plot, but he finally gets his moments.
Mm-hmm.
Jenna, the real people of Mystic Falls.
The real true crowd of Mystic Falls for sure. And I feel like maybe that contributes to this thing that I thought about the episode, which is, and I think it's also just that it's an early episode. Some of the lines and their deliveries, so cheesy.
Yeah, it's still, we talked about this a little bit in the last episode. It still, to me, feels like a teen show.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, of course, Vampire Diaries is a teen show. But it doesn't feel like Vampire Diaries quite yet. We're getting there because it's in the right place. And we have, all of the characters present. Everyone's in it. But, yeah, there's still something. And I think a lot of it is the dialogue. There are just things where it's like the Wuthering Heights. Between
so
Stefan and Elena, it's so random. It doesn't really fit.
Well,
I don't know.
I think that's part of the whole first couple episode thing where you just haven't fleshed out your characters that much to know what they really like or think. Where it's I said that about an episode one where Elena referenced Hitchcock. It's it's not even that she wouldn't know Hitchcock, which is what I said in the last one, but that she also would never reference Hitchcock.
No.
Damon, Kai. There's a few other characters who definitely will make pop culture references constantly. Yeah, potentially even Stefan. Yeah. But Elena almost never makes pop culture references.
Yeah, no.
So for her to do it in that one, and then this one was Wuthering Heights, not so much a pop culture reference as just a book reference that they were talking about. Still just feels weirdly out of character. It's
it just
Elena
doesn't
knows
fit.
about culture. She's
she
seen a
knows
movie or a book.
things.
She doesn't have things going on. Keeping her too busy.
All of the Elena stands are gonna kill me, but they're oh, Elena has things that she's interested in other than Elena. We talked about this before. Elena does have a very sad story, and she has a right to be at the center of the story. But
I am an Elena apologist. I
Me
do feel
too,
really
me
bad
too.
for her, and I do like her. But yeah, it is funny. She doesn't have interests as the show goes on. It's just the men in her life, her friends, which to be fair, the stuff going on, I would not have time for interests either.
Oh, no.
So,
They don't even have time for school toward the end. So.
No, they're barely going. No. It's shocking that they graduate. Somebody had to have compelled.
Yeah, someone was compelling those diplomas.
Literally.
100%.
Yeah, which, speaking of people who, how did they graduate? The mean girls of Mystic Falls.
Oh my god. Bonnie and Caroline are still being such bullies. So ridiculous. Not in their characters at all. Well, maybe Caroline a little bit. I feel like she doesn't come out of her bully era until
that's true.
She the end of this season. Yeah. Or maybe even like season 2.
It's like a spoken part of her arc that Caroline
she matures.
Like, that she matures, that she was like a neurotic, like just not nice person.
No.
And insecure. Like that is a main plot point for her in season 1.
Yeah.
So it's not that surprising to say like, yeah, we watched season 1 and episode 1 and 2 and Caroline's a bully.
Yeah.
But Bonnie's
so mean for no reason. So out of character.
And like one of them, which necessarily isn't out of character, but it's out of pocket, is Grams. The way that Bonnie and Caroline talk about Grams is so weird, especially like now that we've like seen where they meet Grams and like we know what Grams is actually like. It's like this doesn't line up.
Yeah, no, they make it sound like she's, just like a wine mom. She's
more than a wine mom.
More than a wine mom.
Grams is looped up on the liquor.
Best line of maybe the whole series.
That's pretty good.
Other than another line that I'll mention later.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, looped on the liquor, that really sent me this time. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever caught it before.
Liquor, it was just so weird. And then later, Caroline also brings it up because Bonnie's saying something about how she's a witch, and Caroline's like, "Oh yeah, well, you just probably poured your Grams another shot," and like they talk about the aliens. Caroline, what the heck?
Like, I would never talk about your grandmother like that, even if she was an alcoholic and drinking all the time.
Yeah, it's one thing for Bonnie to be saying about her grandmother, but it's another for Caroline to just pour a shot. Like,
also, Grams, they clearly didn't know what they wanted to do with that character. She's not like that at all.
That's true, she's not. Which I think part of it is like explaining away the magic.
Yeah,
which that's true. We'll talk about this more as Grams like gets into the story, but like. Yeah, I think that's kind of the only reason. But it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just that she's a high schooler and she's a bully. So she's just saying these things.
Big mean,
It's so odd. But yeah, they say so many weird things. The other bully thing they say is when Vicki, at the end of the episode, is like bleeding out or she's missing. God. And Caroline goes, you ever notice how the druggies get all the attention? The druggies are always attention hoggers. And Bonnie just goes, yeah. Like Bonnie has no, like... Yeah, it's like, that sounds like a Caroline season 1 thing. If you told me that line was in season 1, I would say Caroline said that. Yeah, but definitely. The fact that Bonnie was just sitting there and goes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay.
The druggies do steal the attention. What?
Also, what does it mean? Yeah, she was missing. She had just been attacked by an animal / vampire. What? It makes, I don't know.
Literal bullies.
True bullies.
And then Stefan's there for that. And Bonnie like touches his hand, gets a vision, gets really freaked out, runs away, and Caroline just goes, she wigs out. That's her thing. Caroline, that's your best friend.
No, it's so ridiculous. That is probably my thing, but you would never say that about me. Like that I just wig out. Like it might be my thing, but
it's just like it's a weird thing to say. Like and I can understand in a way saying like, oh yeah, like she just does that or whatever.
She's
I don't know.
Kooky.
Like, she's a kooky one, whatever. But also like this is Stefan who she just met like a couple days ago.
And was like in love with.
Yeah, and she was in love with him a couple days ago. So it's just weird to just throw Bonnie under the bus and be like, oh yeah, she's just wigs out.
Weird like that. Yeah,
so weird. Speaking of other people who get thrown under the bus.
Oh
Jenna.
My god, I knew you were going to say Jenna as soon as she got thrown under the bus.
Jenna. She's Mr. the most thrown under the bus this episode.
Yes, Mr. Tanner deserves everything that's coming his way. Like, again, I won't say it because we'll have so much to talk about in the next episode, but he deserves everything.
He does deserve everything.
He's the worst.
He literally is the absolute worst. I don't understand, like, where he's coming from talking to Jenna like that, which I suppose the implication is like he treats his students like that too, like he's just a bad person.
A dick. Like he just sucks.
He's just taking out whatever it is on everyone else. But it's just so unjustified to do that to Jenna, who like really is not doing that bad, considering that she has 2 teenagers she's suddenly in charge of who lost their parents 4 months ago.
Yeah.
They're still mostly going to school. I think, like, both of them are going to school. He says that Jeremy skipped classes
like
or
6
assignments
classes
or something. But, like, I don't know. For the most part, like, he's hanging in there. Like,
he's doing his best.
He's also 14.
Yeah.
So, like, that I don't,
and his parents died. I feel like we all really forget that. Again, a reason why it feels very much like a teen show at this point still. It's like, people are not acting aware of the fact that Elena and Jeremy's parents just died.
Which is what Jenna said, because as soon as Tanner was like, oh, Jeremy's been skipping classes, Jenna was like, Mr. Tanner, are you aware of the fact that Jeremy's parents died 4 months ago? And he was like, yeah, but that's not an excuse. Like, that doesn't matter.
That was 4 whole months ago.
He should be back on track.
Yeah, he should be here every day, learning his little history, whatever.
And then insinuating that someone else should be taking care of them.
Oh, he's
evil.
The worst.
Also, like, how old
Truly
is he supposed
evil.
to be? He's like, kid sister. You're the kid sister who's in charge of them. Which I know
doesn't seem that old.
She's definitely young. Like, she said she's in grad school. She's probably in her, like, early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
So it's like, she definitely is, like, very young to be taking that on.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, they're not, like, babies. Like, they're teenagers. They're, like, it's not that crazy that she could handle taking care of them.
No, definitely not.
It's really, he's evil for that. He's evil for a lot of
he
things.
is.
And that's on the list.
There are a lot of evils in the show, but he's really up there.
Yeah. And the one thing that we do get out of it that's good is we just do get more Jenna plotline. Yeah. In the first episode, Jenna. She's, like, there, but, like, it's kind of just like a, oh, you like coffee, and I'm trying my best. Like,
I gotta go write my thesis.
Yeah, like, you don't get anything. So this one you do get a little bit more. You get to see the pressures of her trying to actually understand how to take care of teenagers. You get to see her trying to be cool to them, but an authority figure. Mm-hmm. I love the moment when Jeremy comes home like, hi, or whatever, and she throws the apple. It's so good.
It's so good.
I love her. And she goes like, or Jeremy says like, trying to be an authority figure cool, or like whatever he says. It's so good. Like, the interaction is so, it feels like a real family.
Yes,
and they're just so cute, and I do love Jenna, and
she deserved so much better in this series.
She deserves so much better. We're going to talk about it ad nauseum as we go through this first couple seasons.
The theme of the show.
Yes. Yes, every woman in the show deserved better, basically, will be the theme of this podcast.
Yeah.
But yes, Jenna's a big one. I love her.
Yeah. No, she's wonderful. She deserves so much more. Especially for dealing with Jeremy.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, I do like Jeremy. He like kind of grew on me. Yeah. Especially the more times I watched it. Yeah. Like the more times I watched the Vampire Diaries, but yeah, Jeremy, I mean,
he's the annoying kid.
He's a 14-year-old boy.
He's a 14-year-old boy.
Say less.
That's one of the things I kind of thought in this episode too, is like when he lies to Jenna and said he's going to like wood shop early or whatever.
When he's just going to see Vicki.
He's literally going to the hospital to visit his friend who's attacked. He couldn't just say that.
He points this out when he talks to Vicki in the hospital. He was the one who found her.
Yes.
Just say you're going to go see your friend who you found in the woods.
Jenna's gonna attacked.
Be like, no. Yeah, she's gonna be like,
stay home.
Oh, I don't believe you. You're smoking pot. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
no, Jenna's the most like cool aunt.
Yeah,
cool
she'd be like,
figure
I'll drive
ever.
You.
So it's really weird that they're just like.
I feel like you're just weird like that when you're a teenager, though.
You definitely are. Most people are just want to lie to their parents. They don't want you to know what's going on.
I still feel like that.
Gotta keep secrets.
Yeah.
You still feel like that.
Yeah.
Some of us never grew out of that, apparently.
Yeah, some of us.
But Jeremy, for some reason, feels the need to lie and say he's at wood shop. He's just seeing Vicki.
He's just hanging out with Vicki.
Who's been going through a lot.
The most. Okay, I don't really like Vicki that much, but she is also another character. Another woman who deserved more.
Totally. Vicki is probably like one of the saddest characters, if not the saddest, when you just kind of look at her plotline detached from the others, at least at this point, for sure. We of course saw she was attacked by Damon at the end of the first episode. She spent basically all of this episode in the hospital.
Yeah, even before that, you know that and it becomes more clear in the next couple of episodes too, but you know she's like a drug addict. She is definitely struggling.
Yeah, absentee mom, absentee dad.
Yeah, I mean, she has the same, more or less, background as Matt, which is very sad.
She does. The only difference is, like, I mean, as the older one, I wonder if she feels like an obligation to take care of Matt.
Yeah.
Because at this point, she is working at the grill. Matt's not.
So yeah, that's true.
She probably is taking on a lot of the tasks of, like, upkeeping the house. While also probably, like, spending a lot of her money on drugs, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, she's just had, like, a rough life.
She really has. Yeah. I actually never thought about that before. Like, the fact that she works at the grill.
Yeah.
And I know Matt has to work at the grill because he basically supports himself. But yeah, I guess now I realize Vicki is literally supporting her and Matt.
She probably is.
Yeah. That's gotta be a lot of pressure.
Yeah. She's like 18 and her brother's like 17, 16, whatever he is.
Something like
so
that.
it's like, she's going through it.
Yeah. She's a sad character.
She's a sad character, and her story only gets sadder.
Yes.
It's like really like now this episode, I really do feel bad for Vicki. Like,
she's
just getting pulled around town.
Literally.
Here's this blood bag.
Yeah. Yeah, not to jump ahead, but there's a point when Damon, like, brings her up onto the roof to sort of try to manipulate Stefan into drinking human blood. It's Stefan, like, first of all, Damon is definitely, like, just dragging her around at this point, too. And there's a point where Stefan just, like, throws her to the side like a rag doll.
Drops her on the ground.
It kills me. I'm like, she's a person. We're forgetting that she's a real person.
Not just a literal, like, blood bag that's tempting you. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And Damon's also holding her over the edge of the building. Yeah. He's like, it's fine. Like, I'm not going to drop you. Like, stop me out.
No, it's fine.
It's wild. This is one of those plot lines where you're like, yeah, Damon's not doing right by anybody right now.
Yeah, he takes a while to sort of start doing the right thing.
Yeah. Speaking of another person like that, Tyler with Vicki is awful right now.
Yeah, he is so terrible to her. Okay, I will say, I mentioned before, there are some moments where I love Jeremy, and I've loved him more and more, like, the more times I've watched. When he called out Tyler earlier in the episode, I was like, this is a good moment for Jeremy. Yeah. Tyler's the worst, especially right now. He has, like, 3 good episodes. But right now is not one of them.
Right now's not.
Yeah.
No. We're a couple seasons away from any good Tyler episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely a bad time for Tyler. And this is a pretty good time for Jeremy. I mean, again, he went to visit Vicki in the hospital. He confronted Tyler about how poorly he was treating Vicki.
As he should.
As he should. And it's a really good Jeremy episode, really bad Tyler one. Tyler's just awful right now.
Yeah.
He, like... I love the conversation between the teens and the girl.
Yes.
Which I have to say, first of all, so there's this conversation. It's Caroline, Tyler, Matt, Elena, and then Jeremy comes over.
Yeah.
Bonnie's not there for some reason.
Probably putting drunk Grams to bed or something.
Probably. But, like, I feel like we never get that pairing ever.
Yeah, no.
Which part of it is because half of them all date each other, so it's pretty awkward to all be in conversations together.
True. That's true.
But yeah, we never get that pairing again. And I was thinking, like, wow, this seems actually kind of cool, just seeing them all bounce off of each other. Acting like actual, like, high school teenagers who are in a friend group together.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tyler's pretty out of pocket in that scenario, too.
Oh my god, I love, like, the... basically pissing match that Jeremy and Tyler have in
front of Matt.
Talking about his literal sister. Jeremy he's just like, I don't remember the exact wording, but he was like, I hooked up with Vicki over and over and over and over again. Tyler's like, and then he's basically, Jeremy is like, and at least I didn't have to force her to, like you did, Tyler. Matt's reaction is so good. He just rolls his eyes. He's like,
Vicki. Always keeping up the drama.
Vicki.
Always make things interesting around here. But I think he does say to Tyler, like, wait, what is he talking about?
Yeah, he does.
Like,
okay, the eye rolling is to Jeremy. But,
yeah. But then it's like, okay, well, we should probably find Vicki then.
Yeah. Wait, where is she?
Nobody can find her.
She's just being dragged around.
She's just the drama.
Yeah.
Literally, like, just the drama with Vicki and Matt this episode.
Yeah.
Also with Matt being the drama, he's on the scent of the vampire situation.
Oh, he really is.
Literally, it's unbelievable watching this back and thinking, like, Matt's the first one that figured it out.
He really is. Like, I'm also thinking as we were watching, are they not, like, does Matt get compelled to forget at some point? Like,
well, he does. He's by Caroline in season 2.
Right. I feel like before that, though, like, how is he not putting this together, like, more fully?
I think that stuff happens with Vicki that ends up just being like, oh, she's just like a drug addict. She died because of her addiction.
Right.
I don't think anybody compels him. I could be wrong.
I don't think so either.
Closely, but
no, I don't think so either. I think you're right. I was just trying to think like, how does he not really put it together?
I think that it just becomes to a point where it's like, could vampires like really be real? Like, what is that? Like,
she was just on drugs. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because when she turns, like, it just seems like she's on like an intense drug, like bender, and it doesn't read as vampire at all. And I think then she passes, and that's just so much for Matt to deal with that. That distracts him from the vampire thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that's what it is. But he's like right on top of it, and he tells Elena in this episode that Vicki was attacked by a vampire, and Stefan said, "Shut up!" Like they're like, it's like, what did she just say?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It really is. Also, I'm speaking of like Stefan and Matt. There's like a little moment where between them, I think he says it to Stefan, but Matt is like, we may not be together right now, but I will always protect Elena.
Shocking.
Yeah, we may not be together right now.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Matt, you'll never be together again. And I can't even imagine you two together in the past.
No, literally, you're done. Like,
they have no chemistry.
They don't have any chemistry. It's
no
clearly,
passion.
No
per
passion.
Elena herself.
We've heard that before. Like, it's very clearly we were little kids who grew up together and just started dating because that's what like you're supposed to do. And like, we broke up. Like they were destined to break up with or without our parents dying, with or without Stefan showing up.
Yeah.
Like, they were not meant to be together.
No.
But Matt's still on about it, and it's just so sad. And I did notice that phrasing too of like, we may not be together right now, but that's not what it is. It's like, we're broken up. We might be exes.
Yeah.
But I'll still protect her.
Yeah.
That's fair. But we're not together right now.
Right in this moment.
In this current second, we're not technically dating.
We're kind of still dating. But not right now.
We could be tomorrow.
Literally, though.
Like, that's exactly Matt's vibe right there.
Yeah.
Like,
he gets a pass from me this episode, though. I do think this is, like, his most sympathetic episode. But other than when Vicki dies.
It's definitely one of them. It's definitely one of his most sympathetic episodes, for sure. There's just so much going on with Vicki, it's hard to not feel bad for Matt, by extension.
Yeah.
He's very concerned about her and about Stefan.
Yeah.
Following him through the hospital.
Yeah.
Hunting him down.
Talking to Elena. Looking at Elena.
Yeah. Literally, that's exactly the vibe.
Yeah.
It's funny. But I feel like the Vicki stuff this episode is so interesting because Stefan tries to compel her at the hospital. That's why he's at the hospital like with Matt, is he tries to compel Vicki to forget about vampires.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take. And I was kind of wondering about that. I mean, it makes complete sense in the show. The logic is because Stefan doesn't drink human blood. He's not that strong. He's not that good at compulsion. It doesn't like take properly. But like we never see that happen again. Like I can't remember any instance of like weak compulsion necessarily. Which I suppose is because nobody else is like drinking
completely off human blood. Yeah. And then they get around it by making Damon compel Jeremy later on. Like I don't think we see Stefan compel anyone again when he's on his rabbit, his bender. Diet.
No, I don't think so. And I also think like it's also because Damon was messing with Vicki on top of all of that. Like any doubt that was potentially going to be in her mind, he was like reinforcing. Like, he clearly went into her dreams at the hospital and was like planting stuff in her dreams because she wakes up from one of the like visions of him attacking her. And then obviously he attacks her again at the grill and then, kidnaps her and whatever. So like he's just reinforcing any weakness and doubt there. Stefan's compulsion potentially could have worked to some degree. She probably would have always had some doubt in the back of her mind, but she probably would have been like, oh, vampire, that's crazy. Yeah. But like everything that Damon's doing on top of that is being like, okay, Stefan didn't even stand a chance.
He never stood a chance.
Even if he had full human blood compulsion, Damon was doing too much on top of that for it to work.
Yeah. I mean, he was basically being like, I did it.
Yeah. He was flat out attacking her again.
Yeah. Repeatedly. Yeah.
So she was probably like, oh, I got attacked by a random animal and then
it's weird.
Vampire.
It's weird.
Just like a day apart.
Yeah. In the same spot on my neck.
Weirdly, they only bite my neck. It's just these two little incisions.
Yeah, wolves are crazy or whatever. They would be
it's really weird that wolves only do that in this neighborhood. Nowhere else.
Yeah.
Yes, and Damon is messing with every woman on the show right now.
No, oh yeah, I forget. This is when his relationship with Caroline starts.
Yes. Yeah, so he's been messing with Vicki all episode, and he's going to continue to. And then he did this first episode. We see finally like take and attack Caroline.
Yeah.
So
not great.
Not a great timeline for Damon.
I love him. I will always love him. I will always protect him. Just to steal his words, but I will always protect him. But not in these first few episodes. He's so bad. Like basically through his relationship with Caroline. That's not good. It's abusive. It's not good.
Yeah. I think that the turning point is when the Catherine stuff starts to fully develop. Then he officially switches. Because then he like switches all of his attention from Catherine to Elena. Yes. And like he wants to be good for Elena.
Yeah.
That's where he finally becomes good.
Better.
But like
better.
Relatively speaking,
good, better. Yeah.
But yeah, in these first few, he's awful.
He's so bad.
He's being really awful to Vicki. He's being really, really awful to Caroline.
Yeah. Stefan too.
And even by extension, he's messing with Elena in this episode, being all, oh yeah, Stefan, he didn't have that conversation about the exes.
Yeah.
You didn't hear about his ex, Catherine. You're the rebound.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When he says she's the rebound. Oh my god.
So funny.
So funny. Also, like I thought we were watching Wizards of Waverly Place. I love David. Like I know I said I won't protect him in these first few episodes, but he absolute rizz. When he's talking to Elena, instant spark.
My god.
I love everything about it. Maybe I will protect him. Always.
Damon.
So good.
Well, yeah. Okay, we can protect Damon in the like relationship with Elena.
Yes.
Damon and Elena have chemistry instantly.
Yeah, unmatched.
Instantly. Yeah. Like literally, we start out. The crow flies in, which the crow's still there for some reason.
Don't even start with the crow. I swear.
We won't acknowledge the crow. But, Elena's all, oh, Stefan has a brother. And Stefan's not one to brag. So funny.
Yeah.
He's killing it immediately.
He's so good.
And then he starts doing all this scheming, putting doubt in her head, just messing with her. Which is so interesting because he could just be compelling her right now. She doesn't have a necklace.
That's true.
She doesn't have anything. He could just compel her. He could do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He could rip out her neck right now, but he doesn't.
He doesn't.
I'm gonna do this old-fashioned way.
Yeah. I'm just gonna genuinely win. I'm just gonna be that. I'm just gonna have that much rizz. I'm just gonna make her be this interested in me.
It works.
It worked on me. Why wouldn't it work?
I mean, same. But by the end of that conversation, when he's joking, Stefan shows up and Stefan's just like stonewall, he's
pissed.
having no part of it. And Damon's just saying oh, we'll pull out the baby pictures and the home videos. Elena is not breaking eye contact, staring into his soul. Yep. She is smiling.
Yeah.
And he's just putting this little joke on her. He's not even looking at her. He's looking at Stefan because he's doing this to mess with Stefan.
Of course, yeah.
But she's giving him this look that's are we sure she didn't fall in love with him in this exact moment?
Yeah. Yeah.
She definitely was charmed by him in this exact moment.
It's impossible not to be.
Impossible not to be.
Even with all the Caroline stuff, even knowing that, which she doesn't. But even knowing that, it's a little hard not to be.
It's a little hard not to be. Damon is just very charming, and he's putting it all on the table right now.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's here for. And Stefan, on the other hand, is not. Stefan's stop everything. This basically almost ruined Stefan and Elena's relationship before it's even started.
Yes. No, I was actually thinking, we said in the last episode, that is our one Stelena episode where we love Stefan and Elena. I gotta say, first, as soon as Damon and Elena interact, I'm over Stefan.
Yeah.
But also Stefan just weirdly staring at her in history class in their first scene together. I was
where they're smirking at each other?
Yeah, where they're smirking at each other. I was
I actually didn't hate that. I didn't hate it.
Interesting.
It's very high school. It kind of, gave me those stomach
true.
Butterflies.
Yeah.
I remember that vibe. But I never had that personal experience where you're both just staring at each other like that because you're both so obsessed with each other. It was more the one or the other where a guy's staring at you and you're oh my god, stop.
Yeah.
Or you're staring at this guy you like, but every time he looks at you, you're don't look
away,
at me.
Look away.
Don't look at me, don't look at me. But those two are just staring into each other's souls.
That's true.
It's cute.
It's kind of cute in that regard. But I don't know, just something about the way Stefan was doing it. I was like, oh.
Only that regard. Because Stefan, after that, once Damon shows up, he's not even trying to look normal. He's not even trying to play it off. He's just defense mode. Yeah. And then he acts like the most dramatic drama queen that's ever hit the scene. He literally is like, I would rather be chained up and staked than I wouldn't have to be with you.
Than be with Damon.
I would rather that they killed me.
I would sooner die than still be your brother. Like, okay, Stefan,
and
relax.
Damon literally laughs at him.
He
literally laughs.
As he should.
He should. But like, that's one of those scenes where you're like, these two are brothers.
Exactly.
This is a sibling dynamic to be like,
for sure.
I'm literally gonna die at this stake. I hate you. And
I don't want to look at you. Okay. Like, okay, you're just being dramatic.
Very sibling vibes. And of course, to that, Damon does the most iconic line. That's for me to know.
I was gonna say when I said the thing about Jeremy Bonnie doing the looped on liquor. This was the other line I was thinking about.
This is definitely the most iconic line of the episode.
The whole series.
Yeah. That's for me to know and for you to dot. It's so good. And Catherine says it in the last season or second to last season.
I can't remember.
It couldn't be the last because she's only in the last. Actually, maybe she says it in the last episode. When she comes back like from being in hell or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's when she comes back from being in hell because she somehow just knows things, so she knows this. So she says, that's for me to know and for you to dot. And it's so good.
So good.
It's a great callback because it's such a good line. It's such a good line.
That for me tops I was feeling epic. That's for me to know and you to dot.
It does. But I was feeling epic. It was epic is a great one.
They're both good.
They're both
tied.
Technically in this one it was epic. That's all they say in this one. Right?
In this episode?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just thinking of
overall?
the overall. Yeah, the overall. The most iconic line of the series. Nope. For me to know.
That's better than it was epic.
Or hello, brother. No, I'm just being wild now.
Getting crazy.
Just being wild. No. It's still so good, though.
Rachel took a caffeine pill before this episode.
I did, I needed to be more alive. I wanted to feel like Stefan and Elena meeting each other for the first time, which they say in this episode. They're like, Stefan's like, I feel awake for the first time. He's a drama queen.
They're too much.
They're too much, but I can see what you mean though. Like, it is kind of cute in a way. Like, they're young and in love.
So certain parts of it are cute. Because I did think the high school staring at each other in class was like a little cute. It's like, okay. They're just like in that early stage of a crush where everything's like exciting and cute and fun. But the starting out with the voiceovers again, where it's like layered together, I'm like, okay, just shut up. I don't care.
Yeah, you've kind of like, we know they've made their connection. I'm over it now.
We know they've made they're just being drama. Like it's like, I think a lot of people don't like Damon and Elena together eventually because they're drama all the time. Like they're always fighting. But I prefer that over the Stefan and Elena, like, we're always crying. We're always, like, being so, like, above the whole world. If we have any people listening to this who are Stefan and Elena fans, they've clicked the podcast
they've closed. They're no longer listening.
Like, this is terrible.
They're rating 1 star. They're blocking. They're leaving us hate comments.
But come on. Like, when she lights his candle at the... Like, Night of the Comet
it's so
thing,
bad.
And it's like, she doesn't realize it's him, and then she looks up, and it's him. It's so cheesy.
No, it's really bad. It's really bad. Like, again, teen show vibes.
It's teen show vibes. It's fine. It works for now. But, man, it's not the vibe we, like, stuck around for, I think.
No.
The dual voiceover, the lighting the candle, it's just too cheesy for me. It's just too, I don't know. Going along with those teen vibes, like Elena being so weirdly bitter immediately about the Catherine stuff. Like, I kind of get it, but I also don't, because like Damon just says that like Stefan has an ex named Catherine, and you're the rebound, and he's not over her. And then Elena says something like, "I know how it feels when you lose someone; they stay with you." Is she equating a breakup with her parents?
I wondered about that too.
Which, to be fair, she's 17. Like,
and they probably feel the same at that age, to be honest.
Maybe.
Breaking up.
I don't know.
Although her breakup was with Matt.
Yeah. And
How
she wanted to break up with him before even the her parents died. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Know. It's just odd. It was weird that she said
it. It was a really odd comment. I mean, I can see it as like, I have to say something, and I don't want to sound insecure, like.
But she did sound insecure.
She did. But I feel like you could just be like, well, like he lost someone, like, and I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not great. It doesn't make that much sense. It doesn't work. But
I don't know. I mean, I think too at this point, even though Elena like probably wasn't that devastated about breaking up with Matt, like she's not looking for Stefan's not a rebound for Matt for her.
No.
It does feel like she's so conscious of Matt and his jealousy.
Yeah.
Like when she lights his candle and the first thing when she sees it's Stefan, she turns around and looks at Matt because she's gonna be like, I can't believe we're doing this in front of you.
She says in the episode too, like, I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm not trying to hurt you. Okay.
We get the first kiss between Stefan and Elena in this episode. Crazy.
I mean, of the firsts in this episode, it doesn't compare to Damon and Elena meeting for the first, well, not even first time, but it's a good kiss. Like, it's cute, I guess.
Meeting for the first time
is
much more notable than Stefan and Elena's first kiss.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, here's what I will say. I do think the It Was Epic is really cute.
Yeah.
Their little spiel about, like, the diaries and, like, what would you write in your diary.
That is kind of cute.
It's kind of cute. It's a little cheesy, like, basically all of Stefan and Elena's vibe, but it's kind of cute. And him saying, like, I met a girl, it was epic.
Yeah.
So cute.
It's cute. That would have...
Stefan's slight, minute rizz.
Yeah. His little teeny tiny rizz. That would have really... Like, that would have wooed me in high school.
Oh,
so, like, it works.
Yes.
I would have been like, I'm in love. Like, I would have been like, in my journal, dear diary, I love Stefan, Mrs. Rachel Salvatore. Like, I would have been like, I love him. So I get it.
Yeah, that's literally, that would have worked 1,000%.
Yeah.
The kiss, I mean, here's the thing. The scene overall doesn't do a lot for me because I just don't root for them. Like we talked about, as soon as you see Damon, you just don't root for Stefan and Elena.
Yeah.
So the kiss, like, it doesn't, like, blow me over. It's not amazing, but It Was Epic is cute. Yeah. They get their little moment, and now we're officially in Stefan and Elena land. So, like, you know.
It's all of them all the time.
Yeah, they meet in the first episode. In the second one, they're a little up and down. We don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. They're not confident. It's official. They're together now. So.
Yeah. Dating.
We've entered an era.
Yeah. Good era, I guess.
We've got years to go left in this era.
Yeah, that's true. It lasts a long time.
It does.
Long era.
It does.
Yeah.
You know whose era didn't last that long?
I was just about to say, that happens at the end of the episode. You know what happens at the top of the episode? The 2 deaths. It's time for our in memoriam section. This episode, we only had, yes, may they rest in peace. We only had 2 deaths, both done by Damon, of course. And they can still fly. Damon can still fly at this point for some reason. But yes, we have, unfortunately, unnamed camper number 1 and unnamed camper number 2 die in this episode by Damon.
Rest in peace.
May they rest in peace.
Yeah. Lots of deaths from Damon this early episode.
I think he does pretty much all of the deaths.
It's funny that they opened the first episode and the second episode with just random unnamed Damon killing couples.
Yeah.
It's funny that he's killing couples. I wonder if there's some psychoanalysis to be done about that.
Oh, there definitely is.
He's not killing men by himself. He's not killing women by themselves. Not yet. But couples?
No, there's something there. He's pretending it's Stefan and Elena. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know what he's pretending. But there's some psychoanalysis to be done for sure.
There definitely is. I feel like the deaths do kind of work though, like him killing a bunch of people, because they didn't this episode, but they usually show it on TV. Like on the news, they show that the people died or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that works to show, like, the rest of the town is kind of becoming aware. Like, the council is becoming aware.
Yeah, it's in the
vampires
same location.
are back. Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely starting to tie things together.
So, they unfortunately make Damon kill a lot of random unnamed people, but...
Speaking of killing unnamed people, I think someone's about to get mentioned in our next segment, which is the out-of-pocket moments of the episode.
A lot in this one. At least a couple.
There's several pretty good out-of-pocket moments in this episode. I will say my first nomination for out-of-pocket moment is Tanner telling Jenna to be a better parent.
So out-of-pocket.
He has to get, every episode he's alive, he's getting nominated for out-of-pocket moment because his whole character is just out-of-pocket.
He's so, for no reason. He just has, I don't know.
He's like, is there another relative?
Yeah, is there anyone
Shut
else?
up.
Is there anyone else? Like, does he have kids? I'd love to know.
I don't think he does.
No,
I think
he
he's
doesn't
just
even
horrible.
seem that old himself, even though he was like,
No.
Jenna, you're a kid. Like,
yeah, he's out of pocket. Always.
He's ridiculous. Yeah.
I
was gonna nominate.
Well,
I was gonna nominate that one, and then I already talked about this, so I don't want to go too much more into it. But the Jeremy being like, I hooked up with Vicki over and over and over and over.
Yeah, that one was also out of pocket.
That was so out of pocket. That whole conversation.
Yeah, that one is out of pocket, and the other out of pocket moment. Most anything Caroline and Bonnie do.
Oh my God.
We could say either Bonnie talking about Graham's being a drunk.
Yes.
Caroline saying she just wigs out. That's her thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything either of them say is a nomination.
Yeah.
For out of pocket.
Definitely.
So how do we choose the most out of pocket moment? Who does it go to? Last episode it was Bonnie. She won for being a bully.
Yeah, I don't think Bonnie specifically does anything too bad, and I'm even willing to say no Caroline because
it's not
she's
terrible.
just being her teenage self, her pre-vampire self.
Mm-hmm.
I'm between Jeremy saying that in front of Matt, which makes it even more out of pocket, or Mr. Tanner saying that to Jenna because why?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we gotta go Tanner because
it's our last chance too.
It's our last chance, and he spurs a whole plot line out of that.
Yeah,
spirals for the rest
that's
of the
true.
episode.
She does spiral, and it's just such an insensitive thing to say. Yeah, she
lost her sister 4 months ago.
Yeah, she's also struggling. Like, it's not just Jeremy and Elena struggling, which Tanner also doesn't care about, but it's also Jenna struggling.
Jenna lost her sister 4 months ago, and she's having to deal with all of this. It's really wild.
Yeah,
so,
I'm willing to give it to Mr. Tanner.
Our winner of season 1, episode 2, Night of the Comet, most out of pocket moment.
Yes, definitely most out of pocket.
Mr. Tanner telling Jenna how to parent.
Yeah.
Out of pocket.
Out of pocket. But what was also a little out of pocket for this episode was, now we're getting to favorite song. I don't feel like I had any really like standout songs from this, which is a rare occurrence for Vampire Diaries.
It is a rare occurrence. We are nominating the best song from every episode because there's so many good songs in this show. And it is surprising watching this one. I'm like, nothing stood out to me actually.
Yeah,
I have a few honorable mentions that I can come up with.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a best.
Yeah, it's not a clear cut like best or even one where it's like worth necessarily debating. Best.
Yeah, the only one that I honestly even remember the song and like the scene is I'm an Animal by Nico Case.
Yeah.
Nico Case, I think is how you pronounce it.
See, I don't even remember that song.
Exactly. It's just, I only like it because it's when Vicky's in the hospital bed and it's like, I'm an animal or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, okay, this is kind of the vibe.
There's definitely good vibe choices because that was 2 of my nominations is Hanging from the Heavens by The Dead Weather, which is when Jeremy goes to confront Tyler.
Yeah. Good moment.
Yeah, and it just adds this good like rocky, grungy vibe that fits like that sort of going to confront the crappy boyfriend vibe. The other one is Heavy Cross by Gossip, which is when Elena, Caroline, and Bonnie are sitting outside the grill gossiping about
love that
Stefan and love and whatever, and it just adds a nice vibe. And it is the first time you get to see that clock tower in the outside of the grill, so it's just kind of like a memorable moment.
Yeah.
But I don't know if those 2 win for me. The other song we haven't mentioned, which is one that like I remember from the episode, but I just don't know if I really want it to win, is Gravity by Sarah Bareilles.
Yes, that's the only one that I was thinking that was, also, not that it has to be a popular song, but it's like, that makes it a little bit more memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one that stands out in my mind too, other than I'm an Animal.
Yeah, that's the song, because it plays too during Stefan and Elena's first kiss.
Yeah.
So it's a memorable moment, memorable song.
Yeah.
I don't know, do we give it to it or no?
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't really remember your 2 songs all that well. Like, sort of. I sort of remember the Jeremy Tyler one.
Yeah.
Vaguely the girl one. But Gravity, I, of course, remember. So,
It
maybe
might be
just
Gravity.
because I remember it, it should be Gravity.
That's how I feel, too. I'm like, even my own picks, I don't particularly, like, remember the song that well. So, I think it's Gravity by Sarah Bareilles.
I think it's Gravity. I do.
Best song, season 1, episode 2. Gravity.
By Sarah Bareilles.
We're confident about it, I guess. We're settling.
Yeah, we're both saying it through gritted teeth. But I guess that's the one.
Maybe episode 3 will have a stronger. I don't remember a specific song in that one, but I'm hopeful.
No, I don't remember either, but it's one of my favorite episodes, and I'm excited to talk about it next week. So, next week, we're talking about episode 3, Friday Night Bites.
One of the best episodes.
Best episode.
So excited.
The episode Sarah showed me to get me interested in the show, and now here we are.
Yeah, that's the one that's going to clinch it, so I'm really excited. Yeah. But this has been Season 1, Episode 2, Night of the Comet, the Rippah Diaries podcast. You can find more of us on TikTok, on Instagram, and you can watch a video version of the podcast on YouTube. I think that's it.
Yeah. Or listen on Spotify and Apple Music.
Anywhere else you get podcasts.
Yeah. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, whether you're listening, watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching or listening to this one, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.